In the shadows of ancient Greek mythology, a figure lurks, a woman cursed, her beauty hidden beneath a veil of snakes. Medusa. Born of the sea deities Phorcys and Ceto, Medusa was one of the three Gorgons, but the only mortal among them. Her tale is woven with threads of tragedy, punishment, and horror. Yet it's her haunting image that has transcended centuries, her face crowned with writhing serpents, turning those who dare meet her gaze into stone. But Medusa's story is far from a simple horror tale. It's a narrative steeped in symbolism and metaphor, a testament to the power of myth and legend. Her tale encapsulates themes of beauty, terror, and the monstrous feminine, a paradox that continues to captivate our collective imagination. Her petrifying gaze, a mirror reflecting the fears and anxieties of ancient societies, still echoes in our cultural consciousness today. However, the Enigma of Medusa goes beyond her myth. The question that lingers, sending shivers down our spines, is this: was Medusa real? Did this snake-haired woman truly walk the earth, her gaze turning living flesh into lifeless stone? Or is she merely an invention of ancient storytellers, a symbol of terror crafted from the depths of human fear? The lines between myth and reality blur when we delve into the world of the ancients. Their mythology was not mere fantasy, but a framework through which they understood their world. Gods and monsters were not just characters in tales, but embodiments of natural forces, human emotions, and societal norms. To them, Medusa was as real as the sea she was born from, and the stone she left in her wake. Yet, could such a creature have really existed? The answer is not as straightforward as one might think. Our journey into unraveling the truth about Medusa is fraught with uncertainty, but also endless fascination. Let us delve into the evidence, peeling back the layers of myth and history, to finally gaze upon the face of Medusa. To unravel the enigma of Medusa, we must first understand her story. In the depths of Greek mythology, the tale of Medusa is one that sends shivers down the spine. Once a beautiful maiden, Medusa was considered the most enchanting of the three Gorgon sisters. Her allure was such that it captured the attention of Poseidon, the mighty god of the sea. However, this liaison in Athena's temple was seen as a desecration. Enraged, Athena transformed Medusa into a monstrous creature, her stunning locks replaced by a writhing mass of venomous serpents. From a radiant beauty, Medusa was cursed to become a hideous beast. Her gaze, once mesmerizing, now held a far more sinister power. To look directly into her eyes was to be turned to stone. She was banished to the edge of the known world, a pariah shunned by man and god alike. The ultimate fate of this snake-haired maiden is equally tragic. The hero Perseus, tasked with bringing back the head of Medusa, managed to slay her by using a reflective shield given by Athena herself. He avoided her deadly gaze, beheaded her, and used her head as a weapon, turning his foes to stone with its petrifying stare. The story of Medusa is a chilling tale of beauty, wrath, and retribution. It's a story that has survived for thousands of years, passed down through generations, ingrained in our collective psyche. The image of the snake-haired Gorgon is instantly recognizable, a symbol of terror and petrification. But here's a question that tickles the curious mind. Could this tale of ancient mythology hold a grain of truth? Could there have been a real Medusa, a woman with snakes for hair whose gaze could turn people to stone? Or is it all just an elaborate myth, a cautionary tale designed to instill fear and obedience? A chilling tale indeed, but could it hold a grain of truth? As we delve deeper into the past, we'll attempt to unravel this enigma, to separate fact from fiction, and to uncover the reality behind the myth of Medusa. The first piece of evidence lies in ancient depictions of Medusa. Throughout the annals of history, the image of the snake-haired woman has been a recurring motif. It's not uncommon to find her likeness etched in the marbled halls of Greek temples or painted on the sides of pottery. These portrayals, as chilling as they are captivating, tell a tale of a creature both feared and revered. Take for instance the ancient Greek statues. They often depict Medusa as a grotesque entity with writhing snakes for hair and a gaze that could turn any onlooker into stone. Yet, in some depictions she's portrayed with a certain degree of majesty, even beauty. This dichotomy presents a tantalizing mystery. Was Medusa a monster, a goddess, or something in between? Then we have the ancient writings. The famed poet Hesiod, in his work Theogony, describes Medusa as one of the three Gorgons, monstrous beings with golden wings and snakes for hair. Here Medusa is not a symbol of terror but of protection. She is a guardian, her image used to ward off evil. This interpretation paints a different picture of Medusa, one that's far removed from the monstrous depiction we're accustomed to. And let's not forget the ancient paintings. From the black figure pottery of Athens to the frescoes of Pompeii, Medusa's image is ubiquitous. Her depiction varies, ranging from the terrifying Gorgon with a petrifying stare to a tragic figure destined for a cruel fate. Each painting tells a different story, adding more layers to the enigma that is Medusa. These ancient depictions of Medusa, carved in stone, written in verse, and painted on pottery, offer us a glimpse into how our ancestors perceived her. They reveal a fascinating dichotomy between fear and reverence, monstrosity and divinity. Yet despite the plethora of evidence, they raise more questions than answers. These depictions, while fascinating, are far from conclusive proof. So where else can we look? Sometimes mythology mirrors reality. Could Medusa's tale have been inspired by real-life creatures or events? In our quest for the truth, we turn to the natural world around us for possible inspirations behind the Medusa myth. For starters, let's consider snakes. With their scaly bodies, forked tongues, and hypnotic gazes, snakes have been both revered and feared across cultures. It's plausible that the image of Medusa, with her hair of writhing serpents, was drawn from the chilling fear these creatures inspire. Another intriguing theory delves into the world of medicine. Some suggest that Medusa's horrifying visage may be symbolic of deadly diseases. Her petrifying gaze that turned men into stone could be a metaphor for the paralysis induced by certain venomous bites, or even advanced stages of diseases like tetanus or botulism. There's also the possibility that Medusa's tale was inspired by catastrophic natural events. Ancient Greeks, like many civilizations, sought explanations for nature's wrath. Earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, or tsunamis could be personified into terrifying deities like Medusa, providing a narrative to make sense of these calamities. And let's not forget the Gorgons, the monstrous sisters of Medusa. Some scholars argue that these creatures were inspired by the protective amulets of the Near East, called Gorgoneions, which featured the grotesque face of a woman, often with protruding tongue, and sometimes with snakes for hair. These amulets were used as apotropaic symbols, believed to ward off evil. But perhaps the most fascinating theory links Medusa to the Saharan desert's Eye of the Sahara, or the Richat structure. This enormous circular geological formation, when viewed from above, bears a striking resemblance to a coiled serpent. Could this have been the ancient inspiration for Medusa's snake-filled hair? These theories offer intriguing possibilities, yet they remain speculative. Is there more concrete evidence? Each theory presents a tantalizing piece of a puzzle that continues to captivate us as we delve deeper into the enigma of Medusa's reality. Archaeology can often shed light on the mysteries of the past. What does it tell us about Medusa? Around the world, archaeologists have unearthed a fascinating array of artifacts that offer a glimpse into how our ancestors perceived the enigmatic figure of Medusa. These artifacts, often richly adorned with her infamous image, range from intricate sculptures and pottery to coinage and jewelry. In the heart of Greece, the birthplace of her myth, archaeologists have discovered countless representations of Medusa. Many of these findings, etched into stone or painted on age-old pottery, depict her with a face frozen in a fearsome grimace, snakes writhing in her hair. These artifacts serve as a testament to the profound impact that Medusa's myth had on ancient Greek culture. Interestingly, artifacts have also been found in regions far beyond the borders of Greece. In the ancient city of Rome, for instance, Medusa's image was often used in mosaics and frescoes, serving as a protective symbol to ward off evil. This suggests that her legend had a wide reach, resonating with cultures across the ancient world. Even the location associated with Medusa's myth, the remote island where she was said to have been banished by Athena, has been a subject of archaeological interest. Although no definitive evidence has been found to pinpoint this island's exact location, various theories have been proposed based on archaeological and geographical data. Yet, despite these numerous archaeological finds, none have provided definitive proof of Medusa's existence. Each artifact, each location, offers a tantalizing clue, a piece of the puzzle. But the overall picture remains elusive. Medusa continues to be shrouded in mystery, her true nature concealed in the sands of time. While these findings offer tantalizing clues, they still leave us with questions. So what can we conclude? It seems that while we may never know for certain if Medusa truly roamed the earth, her influence was undeniably real, reverberating through the ages and leaving a lasting imprint on human culture and imagination. We have traversed the realms of mythology, art, and archaeology. What conclusions can we draw about Medusa's existence? Our journey has been a fascinating one. full of twists, turns, and serpentine trails that have left us with an intriguing blend of evidence. We've delved deep into the lore of Medusa, a figure shrouded in mystery and fear. We've pored over ancient depictions, studied real-life inspirations, and even unearthed archaeological finds that could potentially shed light on her existence. The myth of Medusa is an enduring one, a tale that has been passed down through generations. Her image, a woman with snakes for hair, capable of turning onlookers into stone with a mere glance, has been etched into the collective consciousness of societies across the globe. But does this mean Medusa was real? We've seen how the ancient Greeks portrayed her, their art brimming with a palpable fear and respect. Yet these depictions don't necessarily prove her existence. They could merely be expressions of the collective imagination of a society, a symbolic representation of their deepest fears. We also considered the possibility that Medusa could have been inspired by real-life figures or natural phenomena. Perhaps she was an exaggerated representation of a powerful woman, or maybe her snake hair was symbolic of a certain species of reptile prevalent during the time. But again, these are just theories, interesting as they may be. The archaeological finds we discussed add another layer of complexity. Artifacts bearing the image of Medusa have been unearthed, suggesting that belief in her was widespread. However, these finds don't confirm her existence. They only prove that the myth was prevalent. So, where does this leave us? We are left with a tantalizing mystery, a blend of myth and reality that blurs the line between the two. Medusa's existence remains a question mark, a puzzle that we may never fully solve. But isn't that what makes her so fascinating? The enigma, the uncertainty, the possibility that there might be more to the story than what we see on the surface. Though we may never know for certain, the enigma of Medusa will continue to fascinate us. Whether real or imagined, Medusa's tale has left an indelible mark on human culture. This captivating narrative of a snake-haired woman who could turn any observer into stone with a mere glance has echoed through the halls of history, inspiring countless stories, works of art, and cultural references. In literature, Medusa has been immortalized by some of the world's most celebrated authors. From Ovid's tragic portrayal in his Metamorphoses to Dante's chilling depiction in Inferno, her image has served as a powerful metaphor for fear, beauty turned monstrous, and the deadly allure of the unknown. Art has also been a medium through which Medusa's legacy has persisted. The renowned Italian artist Caravaggio painted a striking image of Medusa, her face contorted in horror, snakes writhing in her hair. This piece, like many others, embodies the paradox of Medusa, a figure both terrifying and tragic. In popular culture, Medusa's influence is undeniable. From high-fashion brands using her visage as a logo to her appearances in blockbuster films and video games, she continues to be a symbol of power and danger, often representing female strength and independence. On a deeper level, Medusa's tale has sparked profound discussions about victimhood and power dynamics. She's been embraced by feminist theorists as a symbol of resistance, her monstrous form a response to the violence inflicted upon her. This interpretation has further solidified her place in contemporary discourse, making her more relevant than ever. In the realm of science, Medusa has found a place too. Her name has been lent to a group of fascinating sea creatures, the Medusoid jellyfish, their tentacles reminiscent of her snake-filled hair. Medusa's tale, with its haunting imagery and layered meanings, has traversed time and space, transcending cultural boundaries. It's a testament to the power of myth and the human fascination with the unknown and the terrifying. Medusa, the snake-haired woman of ancient lore, remains a figure of mystery and intrigue, a testament to the enduring power of myth. Our exploration of the Medusa enigma draws to a close. We've journeyed through the ancient tales, pondered the line between myth and fact, and observed the enduring legacy of the snake-haired woman. From ancient depictions to real-life inspirations, we've seen how this tale has etched its mark on human consciousness. The archaeological finds we discussed have offered tantalizing clues, yet the reality of Medusa remains shrouded in mystery. Is she an embodiment of our deepest fears, or a symbol of feminine power? Perhaps she's both. Or perhaps she's simply a story, woven from the threads of human imagination, yet so captivating that it transcends time and culture. As we conclude, we thank you for joining us on this voyage into the unknown. The quest for understanding is a journey without end, and every mystery unraveled leads to a dozen more. As we part ways, remember, the world is full of mysteries, and sometimes the most intriguing questions are those left unanswered.